Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
In 85 miles an hour down San Fernando. Now, San Fernando is very, very straight, but like you said, Mike, uneven pavement now is really going to be a problem with this because it's a rough road up here in some spots where all the construction is going on, and he's going to have an issue with that if he keeps those speed up. Now, coming up on a red light here as he goes over the top of Hollywood Way. Let's see what he does. Hitting the wrong side of the street. Now he's going to go down the ramp, and this is going to pick up Hollywood Way back towards the 5 freeway. And here we go back northbound here, and this will take us back up towards the freeway. And let's see what he does when he gets up here. And so now when you get on surface streets like this, speeds like this, cross traffic, pedestrians, things of that sort, you got to deal with. And, with these speeds, he's not going to be able to react too well. As he's coming up on the ramps here, there's this southbound ramp, and as he goes under, there's a northbound ramp just underneath the freeway. Let's see what happens here as he pops under. And they're on the brakes. Looks like, he might be stopping underneath the freeway because the CHP units just came to a stop. He's on the sidewalk. It popped out. Now coming up to Glen Oaks. Wrong side of the street, forcing traffic out of the way. Made that guy just push out of the way in that little Range Rover, and now continuing on Glen Oaks Hill, paralleling the freeway as we work our way back northbound on Glen Oaks as we continue on here. So looks like he's now really on the gas. CHP way behind. Coming up on a red light, cross traffic, high rate of speed, 100 miles an hour through a red light. My goodness. And now continuing on, going to come up to slower traffic. He's going to get trapped in here unless he forces people out of the way. And then round, right shoulder, right through there. And now continuing on here, back northbound San Fernando on the gas here, 70-plus miles an hour. Now coming up, luckily got a green light here. He's on the brake. This is, I believe, is Sunland. Roscoe. It's going to come across the freeway on Roscoe and see what happens here when he gets across Roscoe. He's got nowhere to go once he gets across Roscoe. And now turning around, taking back on southbound 5. Southbound 5. And so he's made a big loop here. 5's coming around. And I'm looking around for the other aircraft around me here. I got all 3 of you. And as we continue on now, back southbound 5 freeway from Roscoe, working our way along here. And so he's continuing on. Let's see, kind of off the gas. CHP is getting right back up on him. And just kind of keeping track of the air units around this pursuit. But coming back down towards Hollywood Way. And actually, this is Hollywood Way is actually he's coming up to now. And getting turned around here, continuing south on the 5. So it looks like he might be, okay, he's continuing on and continuing down south on the 5 freeway. So I don't know what happened there or why he got off. Maybe he figured he was going to get off and get into familiar territory, realized it was wrong ramp. But that was a big loop right around in here. So continuing south 5, very high rate of speed, working our way down the 5 freeway. So coming up to, looks like the Burbank as we continue on. So I'll be sending it back down to you for a second while we're getting off freeway again here, looks like. Off of Buena Vista again. So 5's going to a stop. That's all I have. Yep. 4, 7, still looking for 9. Yeah, there comes a pit. Oh, absolutely. You get down here, as you're saying, these surface streets like this, pedestrians, people just out doing their normal business. And there, right there, as he comes up to that intersection, that's it'd be Glen Oaks forcing his way around. And they have authorized the pit maneuver on this. So as soon as that front officer gets a chance, as he's just going circles underneath us. I'm sorry about that. That's what happens when he gets directly underneath us. But Colton Von Pertz, camera operator, doing a great job sticking with him. But yeah, they have authorize the pit maneuver, and as soon as they get a chance, they will execute it. But also, they got to watch the folks on the sidewalk. So you don't want to send somebody up into a sidewalk and then have a problem like that. So they have to look for all their surroundings now. Continuing now here on 120 on Glen Oaks through that intersection, just flying the mail as we work our way along here southbound. And the CHP units are way behind now because he is just driving way too fast through another. He almost got that pedestrian right there. I mean, my goodness, this thing is just completely out of, just amazing how fast this guy is going. Now going to make a right-hand turn here, and it looks like we're going to get Amherst back from Glen Oaks, turning back westbound Amherst. This will take him back down to San Fernando Road. And let's see what he does. Got CHP down here on San Fernando Road setting up for him now. Here he goes. Turning southbound San Fernando Road, I believe. Yes, San Fernando Road. And so we just got to make a loop through this neighborhood. My goodness, that was fast. But San Fernando Road dead ends into the Burbank Mall down here. So he's going to have to figure out what he's going to do when he gets down at this point. If he makes the turn at this next intersection, that'll put him back on the freeway. So let's see what happens. He's slowing down. Right turn. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's in the construction zone behind the wall there. I don't know if he got stuck in there or not. Oh, he made it out. Oh, my goodness. He just went through a construction area and went between the wall and the Jersey wall that's set up for construction. 9-5 has you. As he continues back northbound here on the 5, he may get off again. Yeah, he's going to get off again. He's back off the freeway here. I believe this is Scott, San Fernando Road. Let's see here. Let's see what he does. And he's making another right-hand turn. Going to take him back around exactly the way he came. And now he's going to have units coming. Well, he's going to have a tough time. Well, if he turns down this street, he's going to be buried in. He gave up on that. And so let's see what he does here as we continue out and bouncing through this neighborhood. Continuing on Grismer, as you see on the map there, running at 45 miles an hour, luckily. There's CHPs all around the area of this pursuit. They're all around this pursuit, so they're just kind of keeping track of him as he works his way through the neighborhood, bouncing through that intersection, and now coming back up to Glen Oaks. Threw out a bag, and now turning northbound, wrong side of the street, almost hits that car, and now northbound Glen Oaks. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to listen there. We're right on the edge of Burbank Airport here, so yeah, I mean, he threw out evidence earlier in this pursuit, and the air unit called it out. I didn't hear the air unit call it out on that one, but yeah, they'll go back and look for that there. But now he's, like I said, this is just right in this one little area here, ripping around this neighborhood. And now he's going to be stuck in here as he pushes through some slower traffic, and he's coming up on a police unit, and going to come up right behind a police unit. That might be a Burbank unit. It's Burbank as he goes by that unit, and they're not going to get involved because they once CHP has a pursuit, the allied agencies stay out, let CHP handle it. Air 29 from LA County Sheriff's is overhead handling the call of this pursuit, as we work on. So the ground units are just trying to stay in the area. Burbank helicopter is way outside, keeping an eye on this pursuit. And it's watching this pursuit to keep his ground units apprised of where this pursuit is. But he's kind of slowed down now, so he's kind of working his way through here. And as we come on to Hollywood Way, let's see what he does. He punches through that. So let's see what we do here. No, he didn't lose them. They're backing off. They just backed off. And I don't see it. I'm looking out the window. I don't see an ECHP anywhere near him. And because that's one of the things they'll do. If it just gets too crazy, they'll back off and hopefully get him to slow down and continue on. And so it doesn't always work. It's 70 miles an hour now coming back down Glen Oaks. And we've went this way before. So he got up to Roscoe, made a left-hand turn the last time we were in this area. So, yeah, they will engage when they think they can and not be too dangerous. But when he starts blowing intersections at 100 miles an hour, here he is blowing down the right shoulder around these cars. And, you might have a bicyclist there that he doesn't see, or somebody step off the curb at a signal. Anything, just unbelievable. This guy's putting everybody in harm's way. Weaving through traffic here, coming back up to Roscoe. Let's see if he jumps back on the freeway here at Roscoe's where he did before. I'm going to kind of get on the brakes here. He's in the left-hand turn pocket. And, yep, same thing. 5's coming to a stop as he makes that left-hand turn here on Roscoe. And as we make our way, and last time he made the left-hand turn, he got back on the freeway. And there he goes, back on the 5 freeway. So, once again, we're just making up. He's on the brakes, stopping. You might have him out on foot. The air unit's calling. Well, he just stopped for a second. And, yeah, the air unit's. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And the air unit is telling the ground units exactly what's going on here. Yeah, he stopped, got that tailgate to come open, and like I said, just dump it. Now he's really flying as we work our way southbound Fry. You can see right there at 119, 120 at one point. So as we whipping through traffic here, so yeah, we got to be careful up here as we make all these turns. You see boxes and stuff. Is there somebody back there, or is that just stuff flying around? Okay. I'm just trying to check as we look here. Yeah, he's got that tailgate open, so more than likely he had to come to a stop, put it in park to punch that button, and now he's got this, and so he continue on here. So all his stuff's going to start falling out, and we don't know exactly, what the deal is here, but through the door point of that off ramp, and now continuing on southbound 5 freeway. So this is really kind of taking a weird turn with that hatch open like that. And now just zipping through traffic, trying to get space between him and the units behind, but he's not going to outrun Sheriff's Air 29, who's overhead. And oh, absolutely. I could imagine. You're driving along, minding your own business, and all of a sudden this thing comes rolling by, dumping stuff out the back, and you're going to have a line of sheriffs or CHP cars come just about a minute behind him because they're nowhere near him right now. But if you're just joining us on this pursuit, this was started by the Santa Clarita office of the Sheriff's Department. They made a stop on a vehicle. It was called cold-plated vehicle. In other words, off on Burbank Boulevard now, and we'll see what he does when he gets down to the bottom of 5 slowing. As he comes down to the bottom of the ramp, and as he comes down to the bottom of the ramp here, it's all that kind of construction. This is where they tore the bridge down, so there's only one way he can go. That's going to be westbound Burbank. And there he's kind of poking his way around. There goes another box, yep. And coming up here, it kind of whip as we go here, wrong side of the street, through the intersection, and continuing on. So this is hard here. Now he's making the turn here on Victory. Going to take himself westbound Victory, and this is right north of the freeway. So I got to get some altitude, or lower my altitude, as we come down. So 4, I got you. Oh, it clipped him. Spun him around. Yeah, they're on, right now we're on Monterey. That CHP unit just clipped him and hit him. Now the driver door's open, suspect's out running, cars continuing on. And up in this driveway here, a CHP unit right behind him. Additional units coming up behind, and it looks like I'm going to give up. I'm done running right there. Whew. Yeah, man, what a pursuit. Yeah, tell me about it. No, absolutely. Nine, I get you coming around. Absolutely. You know, like I said, during this pursuit, you never know what's in that car. What did he do? Why did he cold plate the car? Is he wanted for something else other than high-speed driving and a stolen car? I mean, you never know. So at the end of this pursuit, you have to have your guard up, ready to go. And luckily, that CHP unit just tagged him. You see how the damage to that car bent that rear hatch, spun him around, and then it could have stalled out the car because it rolled out. He stuck off, and as soon as he bailed out, that CHP unit was right there, and he decided to give up. So now the investigation starts. Why was he running so hard? Why did he put everybody in harm's way to do this? And it's just unbelievable, as you said. Nobody was seriously hurt during this pursuit. Let me know if you get gas. There's a fire truck that just showed up to the west. I don't know. There you go. Do I have a feather in my hat? There you go. Have I got a picture for you? Yep. White Oxfords too. Roger. It didn't like pointing this way. What's the streets here again? Monterey? Okay. Trying to get off air back down. It's not going to. Of course. Got the picture back and now get gas. Roger. No, I can't do this. No off air, Craig. No off air. Well, this pursuit, man, it was going for about 50 minutes as we followed the pursuit coming out of the Santa Clarita Valley on the 14 freeway. Let's go to some video of this. This thing was running at 120 to 130 miles an hour at some points. This white SUV, a Mercedes SUV, was stopped by L.A. County Sheriffs up in Santa Clarita. While that deputy was investigating, he found out that the plate was not belonging to that car, which is called a gold-plated car. The suspect then drove away, nearly hitting that deputy, and the pursuit started. Then after that, through the streets of Santa Clarita, got on the southbound 14 freeway, brought it down the 5 freeway, exiting here in Burbank and going around the circles on Glen Oaks, San Fernando Road, and from Roxford, throwing off different items out of the car. At one point, when he got back on the second time back onto the South 5, he stopped and popped that rear hatch and then started letting things fall out of the back. So very high-speed pursuit coming through here, but coming to an end here on Monterey in Burbank, when he attempted to pass a CHP officer who then clipped him and spun him around, bringing the car to an end. The suspect bailed out of the car, started to run, but CHP was right there, was able to take him into custody without incident. And one thing about this pursuit being so fast, going through so many intersections in the surface streets, it's just amazing that nobody was injured during this pursuit. But right now, the investigation starts with Santa Clarita Sheriff's Department from LA County Sheriffs, figure out exactly why this man was running so fast and so hard in this vehicle. So that's the latest from here over Burbank. Let me send it back down to you. All right. Okay.